Okay, so here's me and Richard. We're at the start of the Monway Ultra course. We're going to run, walk, crawl, whatever we have to do. 26.2 miles from Cabroni to Newcastle. Just going to take some video footage of the course just to put it up for 26 Extreme for anybody who's interested in doing it. Alright, see you later, bye. Yeah, so when you decided then to lose a bit of weight,
Yeah.
you thought the best place to go was a bit of park run.
Yeah.
When was that? About 3 years ago?
It's probably about 4 years ago.
And what weight were you then?
I was about 21 stone.
No way!
Yeah.
Brilliant. Bet you feel amazing now. Huh?
Big change.
So you'd have felt, you know, I was 17
Still have
stone.
been reasonably active, even
Yeah.
at that kind of weight. But I've still done a little bit of cycling.
So what weight are you now?
14 stone.
14, so that's 7 stone. 30 your body weight.
Yeah.
Wow. And if you think of the health, you know, improvement from that, like
About
all
about
the,
two. Yeah.
Jesus, that's brilliant. So 3 years ago, roughly 4 years ago, you started doing 5Ks.
Yeah.
And what made you take the next leap? You just starting to feel the improvement sort of coming on.
Started wanted to push myself a bit.
Brilliant.
So my first half marathon was Causeway Coast,
Oh, very good.
another 26 Extreme event. And then I came back the following year and it was my first, well no it wasn't actually, I stepped then up straight away for Tullymore to
Tullymore
distance.
Marathon. So you went from
Yeah.
park run to marathon distance in Tullymore.
Yeah. It's nice, easy one to start with, like
Yeah.
a nice flat.
So what is it? Is it 3 loops marathon or
The 2 loops for the marathon.
2 loops a marathon? So
Yeah.
a bit of a hellish hill halfway around that.
There's a couple of tough hills in it, yeah.
Brilliant. But a good event though. There's quite a lot of people around it.
It is, yeah.
And
They organise quite a good event.
so you done that.
Kind of went then from that to doing a few trail races.
Oh, very good.
So I did most of the Hill and Dale series 2 years ago.
And that was 2 years ago.
2 years ago, and a few of the Nimra Championship rounds.
Good.
Some of them are pretty tough.
So you like the trails.
Yeah,
You like getting up in the mountains.
yeah. Taking a nice scenery. Running through cities and stuff doesn't really appeal to me as much as
Yeah.
getting out into the countryside. Seeing bits of the country you wouldn't see normally.
Just getting a bit of free headspace.
Yeah.
Getting away from all that noise and clutter. Yeah, I can relate to that. So the Hill and Dales is a great race.
Hill and
I
Dales
was
are a
actually
very
up
good series.
St
yeah.
Martin yesterday.
Yes.
Was it yesterday or the day before yesterday? Taking a few photographs. They're tough races.
They
But they
are.
build you up
They're
nice.
kind of. So if you take it the like Born to Run 5K and 10K series,
Yeah.
and then you would step up to the 26 Extreme ones, would be your more difficult courses, and then above that you would nearly say is Hill and Dale, and above that you're into the Nimra proper fell
Right,
races
okay.
where you need a map and a compass.
And where are they at?
Full
Where,
kit.
I don't know those. Where are they held?
So the most recent one there was actually one of the British Championship rounds, and it started at Spelga Dam and went up over Millmore, Millbeg, Burna, Comada, and then finished down in Donard Park. So
Crazy.
it was about 10 miles with a lot of climbing in it. The next one is the Spelga Skyline. No, sorry, it's the Annalong Horseshoe.
Yeah.
So it is.
a great run.
It's a half marathon distance,
Yeah.
but it's
Tough. It's a bit
tough.
faster as well. People seem to be racing that one. All hell for leather.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of very, very fast, very fit guys in those events.
Yeah. So any wonder you're strengthening, running up and down mountains all day?
Yeah.
I should actually read through your Facebook before I come out with you today. On my little weak legs.
Yeah, I would do quite a bit of running with Aaron Johnson and Brian Murray, who would do quite a few of the East Under Marathon Series races.
Oh yeah, very good.
And
No,
they
Alan.
would also do a lot of the likes of, this will be Brian's third year doing Energia.
Right, very
He
good.
did the Belfast to Dublin
Yeah.
Ultra last year, I attempted it this year.
Yeah.
Got as far as Drogheda, so 75 miles.
So
And my feet just wasn't even blisters. It was the kind of
ache.
I should have loosened my laces
Yeah.
earlier on. Like, my feet ended up bruised along the tops,
Okay.
so they did. So
I done
it's one to learn for the future.
I done what you call it, Race of the Stones last year, which was 100k. And the running shoe I wanted was actually a half size. The only one they had was half size too big.
Yeah.
So halfway through the race, I wanted to change my socks and go back into my proper size runners.
Yeah.
My foot wouldn't fit into the shoe. So by luck,
Yeah.
you know,
You had the
so I do,
size bigger.
I do
Yeah.
think in the longer runs, you do need to even go up a size than what
Yeah.
you normally used to, you know. I've heard a couple of people say that now. So when you entered for that, what was going through your head?
Well, it was
It just popped up out of nowhere all of a sudden. Atlas do it, don't they?
Atlas did.
So what is it,
I
108
had
miles?
done- It's 108 miles, yeah. So I was 33 miles short of the finish. Got there in 17 hours, so I still had another. I could have walked to the finish line
Yeah,
inside
yeah.
the cut-off time, and I just thought with the coast to coast coming up 6 weeks later,
Oh, you have to make.
I would rather not risk an injury going into a race that, quite frankly, cost me more than 3 times as much.
Yeah.
It's fairly expensive this year. So.
And how did you find? So what was going through your head when you entered? So it's like it
It's
just popped
a-
up, and you thought, "Wow, I'm going to do that."
I did support crew for Brian and Sarah last year
Ah, okay.
when they were doing it from Dublin to Belfast, and it had kind of been at the back of my mind to have a go at it
Yeah.
ever since. And I went in with a fairly good strategy, I think, of aiming to do 2 kilometres in 15 minutes. So basically you start off running at what feels like a comfortable pace. When you get to 2 kilometres, you start walking.
Yeah.
Once you get to 15 minutes, you start running again.
Yeah.
So you've already walked part of your next 2 kilometre run. So if you ran too fast,
Right. Okay.
you end up not having as far to run in the
Yeah.
next bit, and it just balances itself out, and that worked very well. I was able to follow that pace right beyond Newry, so it was.
That was really good. How did you find
Yeah.
the course?
The course was actually
It seems to be
not
all. Is it all?
too bad. It's all fairly main roads.
Was it? Did it go up through Drogheda, or
Yeah.
did it go up the?
So
Motorway.
you start outside the Crown in Belfast city centre, and basically follow the Lisburn Road into Lisburn, out past Sprucefield Shopping Centre.
Yeah.
And then you're onto the main A1, which is a good wide hard shoulder. So it does. Then you come off that at Banbridge and go through a few villages, and you're on a few small roads at that point, and then down into Newry. And once you're past Newry, you're basically on the old main road to Dublin
Yeah.
the whole way
Okay.
down.
through Drogheda.
Yeah.
So it's not so bad then. So.
No. From memory, last year some of the roads as you get closer to Dublin don't have a lot of hard shoulder,
Yeah.
and the traffic is fairly.
So
fairly
where does it
moving
finish
along.
in Dublin then? Is it?
It finishes at the Guinness factory,
All right. That's right.
so it does actually finishes at the gates.
Did he do it one way and then the other way, or?
Yeah. So next year it'll be from Dublin back to Belfast,
Okay.
and then the following year it'll be Belfast back to Dublin.
Which way do you think would be better?
There
Bit yin yang, really, isn't it?
There's a lot of people, so it sort of depends where you're from. It's nice to not have too far to go once you get to the finish line to get home.
Good point.
That really, I didn't really think
Yeah.
that was much of an issue.
I know when I done coast to
So
coast.
some of the guys said
I
they
did-
found it easier going from Dublin to Belfast. Just they felt that obviously you're starting and finishing pretty much at sea level, so
Yeah.
you've got the same elevation no matter which way you go.
Much
It's
yin yang, really.
Yeah,
I know when I done coast to coast though, it did feel good, knowing I was sort of going home.
yeah.
I had it in my head, and then coming onto the mountains and going through that, like so. Energia then, are you doing the 24 hour?
Doing the full 24 hours.
Do you know, I think every bloody podcaster so far is doing that.
It has quite a big local following, yeah.
It's really going to take off this year. I think there was such a great atmosphere at it last year.
The atmosphere is supposed to be very good. There was a lot of people who were disappointed in the timing system last year. Quite a few of the ones I know that did it mysteriously lost a few laps that their Garmin said they had and their official time said they didn't.
Nightmare. Is it chipped?
It is chipped.
Yeah, and you're doing 24 hours.
Yep.
And your goal is for that race?
Same goal as most other people. Beat the 100 miles.
Yeah. 100 miles.
So in the back of my mind I'm targeting 120.
Okay, so what?
But if I get over 100, if I get to the end, to survive all 24 hours, I'll be happy.
Yeah.
So that'll be a new record for me in running. But I would like to.
So do they have a special medal for those? Like some of these events, I know they won't have a buckle as such, like, but you know, is there a special medal for hitting 100 miles or not really?
A few people seem to have a special jacket that says that 100 miles in 24 hours.
Yeah.
But I think you have to pay extra for that.
I think.
If you do over 100 miles in any of the Atlas running events, you do get an Atlas 100 Mile Club medal.
Ah, that's okay.
And I think you get discounts off them. You're buying in their store too.
Right. So I think I've seen somebody did post that. No, I think that said over a month. That was something different. So yeah, no, I definitely it's on the cards. At some point, can't be an endurance runner not attempted this 100-mile race. But it's funny, like, you know, 5 years ago all you heard was marathons.
Yeah.
And then all the endurance events have exploded, and it's how far does it go? Isn't it now? Like, it's just,
well, I know Ultra GB are doing that race across Scotland this year, which is a 200-mile race.
Yeah.
But
the Ring of Kerry as well,
at
don't
least they're fairly sensible in that you have to demonstrate you've completed a number of 100-mile or more races within the past year, otherwise you can't enter.
Yeah, that's
you
good.
get people who are completely not prepared.
I'm actually entering Mount Blanc.
Right.
So I had to do, you need eight points over 2 races. So I did the Mourne Way Ultra and Race of Stones last year, which gave me it. It's guaranteed entry on the 3rd race.
Right.
Sorry, the 3rd attempt. So I don't actually, my plan is to get in on the 3rd attempt. So I didn't get in this year, which I was glad.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm thinking of doing the Ultra.
Yes.
And to be honest, I'm doing it, well, that's why I think I'm doing the Ultra in June, just carry the points over. Hopefully I don't get in again this year, because it doesn't go with my plan.
Yeah.
But next year it's guaranteed entry on the 3rd attempt.
Right.
So I'll be doing, hopefully if it all goes to plan and I don't get in, which is a bit strange, I'll do Wicklow in November. So the first time you did Coast to Coast,
yes,
I absolutely loved that event. I thought it was amazing. So I did it in 2 days.
Yeah.
The first time you did it, was it 1 day, 2 days?
No, it was the straight through, non-stop.
Yeah, you like punishment, don't you?
Well, I thought because most of it was cycling, that it shouldn't have been too big a problem.
That's like 170 miles maybe?
Well, it's 300 kilometres, which I think is 180.
Yeah, there you go. 180 kilometres, 25-mile mountain run, 14-mile kayak, 5-mile beach run.
No, the beach run's out now.
Oh, is it?
It effectively is just a run from the sea to the transition, so it's maybe 500 metres.
Oh,
they've done away with the 5k run at the start.
I wonder, is it because maybe logistics with the tide? But when we done it, you had to run through the bloody river, which didn't help. Because it was 5k, and I was like, we're just starting, and we're going through the bloody river. So I'm surprised they didn't do that now. Added a bit of flavour to it, like. And they have the cycle now as well, don't they?
Yes, they do it as a sportive, and they do the mountain run as a separate event now as well.
So you do a lot of mountain running, a lot of hill and dales and things like that.
Yes.
That's actually a good space. Just listening to you there.
I find it very hard to do a planned training regime.
Yeah.
Because you obviously have to take off a certain number of days before an event and a certain number of days after it to recover. And then you maybe only have a week before you're having to take time off before your next one.
Yeah.
So,
Well, I haven't ran in 2 weeks because of Boston.
yeah.
I'm going when we get up past all this climbing here, we'll
Yeah.
start running like that. And then next week's Edinburgh. Belfast. There's not much running in between you can do.
No.
You're trying to recover it, like so. So, have you done any marathons? Any normal, ordinary, same people do?
I've done Belfast once, and I've done a few of the East Hampton Marathon Series ones.
Okay.
So I have.
Sort of use them for building blocks, like, or
Yeah. Use them for building and to try and judge pace. Things like that.
yeah, very good. So they're not really high up in your target. You like the longer sort of. Or do you think you'll come back
I don't know, I
round?
think I'll maybe drop back down,
Yeah.
especially if I'm training for an Ironman, because it is a marathon it finishes with, so it'll be handy to do a few more.
I love the Ironman now, to be honest, but I sort of regret the fact I've let all that go. I haven't been on the bike in a year and a half because I've changed my focus, and hasn't helped me. I felt that level of fitness go down,
Yeah.
and I find it harder to, like when I done the Moorway Ultra 4 weeks in a row, I done this course, so I done 100 miles on the bike the day before,
Yeah.
but it was loosening the legs.
Yeah. Yeah, as long as you're not doing 100 miles as hard as you can.
But it was,
Yeah.
I just hung at 135 beats, you see,
Yeah.
and that was it. Well, I never went over that. It's normally around 130 beats, which is about, still doing them 17, 18 mile an hour, they were good.
Yeah.
But I was coming into this, my legs, I found it was loosening my legs, but also giving me a little bit of fatigue.
Yeah.
But then on the day of the Ultra, you know, it really helped. Because doing a, say, 6-hour cycle on Saturday and then going through this nice and easy on Sunday, you can never do back to back coming up to that runs.
Yeah.
So for the Ultra then it worked really well. But I'd missed that now, and I almost dread getting back on the bike. But I've been
What I find on the bike is once I get my head around dealing with cold mornings and bad weather, it takes me roughly an hour to an hour and a quarter to commute to work each way. I can cycle it in an hour and a half. So
it's heaven.
it makes sense once the brighter mornings and stuff come in.
Yeah.
Leave the car at home and cycle in for the sake of an extra half an hour a day.
That'd be brilliant. So and when I done the Ironman, I did exactly the same. So not travel to work, so I worked 2 miles away. So that wasn't gonna cut it. But anywhere we were going, so we were going to Portferry, I would cycle and the family there, or we're going. I had meetings in Newry. I would just take the bike, any opportunity at all. And I find it hard now to get the energy to go on the bike
Yeah.
with the running I'm doing.
Yeah.
But as you say, when you're in the habit of doing it,
Yeah.
it's no problem at all. For every pound of energy you spend, you seem to get £2 back. You just feel sorry for yourself, I think. So your events then, 5k events.
Yeah.
You're going to start running here. Top of the hill now.
We've had a flat
5k events, half marathons. How many? You done many half marathons?
Not really, probably done 4 or 5 just.
You done June, didn't you?
I did.
How'd you find it?
Starts with a nice hill.
Yeah.
There's a couple of nice hills in the middle, but yeah, it's a nice course.
Yeah.
So it is.
I love that undulating.
Yeah.
I actually think it's a PB course. I think people underestimate it because you get a lot of recovery in it.
I would say if you were running it in the opposite direction, it could definitely be a PB course.
Well, it's actually 3 miles uphill that way and 7 miles downhill.
Right?
Believe it or not, going to Dundalk. So
Yeah.
it depends on the wind direction too. Like, so if the wind's on your back, you're on a winner. But if you hit it and it's head on, you could be in trouble. Like so. So 3 or 4 half marathons. How many marathons?
Probably 13 or 14.
So quite a few marathons.
Yeah.
And are they mostly trail marathons broken up into?
No, probably not. Most of them are probably road marathons. Most of them were probably a Stamford Marathon Series
Okay,
ones.
very good. Have you got a favourite one?
Hard to beat the Knocker Challenge.
Oh jeez.
You know, keep to the hills.
You hear that, David? Knocker Challenge. I don't know how Team Kerr done that at all.
Yeah, there are some very tough times.
Yeah. That's great then. So this is like a 3-loop course, isn't it?
It's a 2-loop course if they're running the full marathon course, but recently they've just reduced it down to a 10-mile loop and offered either 1, 2 or 3 loops depending on what distance you want it to do.
That's magic. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to put that one on the cards. And then from your marathons, then you've got your ultra marathons.
Yeah.
Have you done many of those?
I probably have done 7 or 8.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you a favourite?
I like Tullymore, so do I.
What is it about it, do you think? Just the background, it's a lovely place.
It is it's a very nice forest, even like Mountain Dragon, it's a nice place.
Yeah, there you go. You're familiar with it as well.
Yeah.
There's quite a lot of people on course as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, and when is that? Is that November?
It is fairly late on, because I keep joking that some year there's going to be snow on the ground.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think it is November.
That one might suit me. And from the ultras then, 7, 8 ultras. And then the likes of coast to coast, so you've done it twice right the way through.
Well, this will be my second year this year.
Oh yeah.
I've got, what, 20 days time? Or 3 weeks today?
So 180 mile cycle, 14-mile kayak, and a 25-mile mountain run,
Yeah.
which finishes really on top of Donard.
Yeah.
Coming down Donard at the end of all of that, I can remember screaming every step, so God knows what you were doing.
Yeah, but if you've done quite a bit of fell running, there is a technique to running down hills that road runners just don't get.
And that is
because
short
they're not
steps.
used. It's short steps, but it's also quite a wide stance, and maybe
Yeah.
don't straighten your knees. You know, it is quite a skill.
So 2 years ago when I was training for the Mourne Way, I went into Hilldales
Yeah.
and I was launching these big strides down every hill, and everybody was overtaking me. It's like floods of people.
As much as anything, if you take a big stride and your foot starts to slide,
Yeah.
you have no control over being able to sort of quickly lift your foot off the ground and move it to the side or anything like that, because it's just stretched out as far as it can go.
Brilliant. So I was watching everybody then, I was there to learn, and after about the 3rd or 4th one you were shortening your steps, as you say,
Yeah.
steadying yourself and using your arms a bit more for
Yes.
balance. And it's counterintuitive almost, you're taking these smaller, quicker steps, but all of a sudden you're going a lot quicker down, like
Yeah.
a lot less
more
impact.
control.
Yeah, so very good. And so what time was your finishing time on the first one?
24 3/4 hours.
Oh, you're definitely going off that 24-hour this time.
No, I'm going after, I'm going after the 20 hours,
Brilliant.
because that was my target from last year, and at the halfway point I was about an hour ahead of where I planned, so it really did fall apart through the night.
What was the weather like last year? That's
The
what
weather-
you're looking at, isn't it? It's from west to east and you're going, please.
The weather for most of it was good. The weather for the run was pretty cold and pretty wet,
Yeah,
so it was.
I think I went down to watch it last year. But you're hoping the wind's going to go from west to east, aren't you?
Or there's no wind at all.
Oh, there's no wind at all,
Yeah.
even better.
Yeah, because I'd rather it wasn't too choppy when you're out in the kayak.
Fair enough.
There's a couple of big-ish lakes. I think I had a bit of a benefit last year. There's one in particular that is quite large and quite hard to navigate.
How you
But
doing?
your target is to go down the left-hand side of the island. But if it's a really nice day, you can't tell the island from the trees behind it. But it just started a very fine rain at that point, so you could see that the trees on the island were much clearer. You could get the depth perspective.
I made a really big mistake actually. I trained really hard on the bike and it was a real wet, miserable day, but I think I'd done it in like 19 mile an hour on the bike. Pretty good.
Yeah.
Sort of solo I stayed. I brought my own kayak. Kind of to sit on top, fishing kayak.
Right.
I used to go a mile offshore. Thing weighed a ton.
Yeah.
I was pure ignorant.
Yeah.
And when I got to Loch Gardice, there's Loch Gardice, isn't it?
I can't remember.
Well, anyway, the big rock.
Yeah.
It's about a third of the way through it, and everybody peeked out of the reeds, went flying past me. Everybody. And when I come to near the end of that lake, I could see like this wee dot appeared through the reeds. I was, well, at least I'm going to beat him.
Yeah.
He was on the, I don't know what you call them, K3s or.
Oh, one of the proper racing boats.
He was on me in minutes, like, and just went flying past me. This guy had multiple sclerosis as well, so he was doing brilliant.
Wow. Yeah.
It's like K1 or something, I think they call them. And so frustrated me, because then the next day we start in sequence of when you finish.
Yeah.
So I was on the bike, and I went like a demon. And I overtook about 5 people, then bang, flat tired, and they overtook me, and it's like, oh, so frustrating. So. Alright guys, so that's it from Richard anyway. He thought he was just coming out for a run, but I couldn't miss the opportunity. It means I don't have to do it next week, but there is, before I turn the camera off, beautiful place, like, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Absolutely beautiful, look at that. So, see you next week folks. There it is. So, 23 miles done, good job. This is the bonus part of running the Montway Ultra.